Today's lesson is the power of I will get back to you on that. If your bad boss corners you and says, can you take on the blah, blah, blah account? You're already drowning, but you're standing there. They're standing there and they're waiting for an answer. So you say yes. You say yes because saying no in the moment feels impossible. 2 hours later, you just realize that you committed to 20 extra hours of work and you don't have that time. So here's what you should have said in that scenario is, let me check my capacity and get back to you. So today I'm going to teach you the most powerful phrase in the workplace. I'll get back to you on that. Immediate answers hurt you. Aristotle in Nicomachean Ethics around 340 BC wrote about practical wisdom. Phronesis, the ability to deliberate well about what is good. Deliberation requires time. You cannot deliberate when someone is staring at you, waiting for an answer. Your bad boss ambushes you because they know this. The immediate ask that they're doing is bypassing your rational mind and hitting your panic response. Ambushes mean there's no time to think. You say yes because you want to seem capable. You don't want to conflict with what the boss is saying. You're afraid of seeming difficult. You think you could figure it out later. Marcus Aurelius in Meditations around 170 AD, he wrote, confine yourself to the present. When you say yes without thinking, you're not really in the present. You're in panic mode. The immediate yes is not a decision. It is a reaction in this case. And reactions are what get you in trouble. Seneca on the shortness of life, which was written in 49 AD, says, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Every time you say yes without thinking, you're actually wasting your time on things that shouldn't be your problem. So buying time is not stalling. It's respecting yourself enough to actually make the decision in a way that makes sense to you in the long term. I'll get back to you is not a no. It's not a yes. It's a pause button. And that pause is where your power lives. The basic version of let me check my schedule and get back to you by the end of the day. You're acknowledging the request. You're buying yourself some hours and you're setting a timeline so that they know that you're not avoiding them. There's more versions for different situations. For example, I need to review my current commitments before I can give you a solid answer. I'll have that for you by tomorrow. Let me look at the requirements and see what's realistic. Can I get back to you on this afternoon? I want to give this proper consideration. Let me think it through and circle back Friday. Actually, don't say circle back. I know that's what's written, but don't say circle back. Say, I'll get back to you on Friday. Because circle back is like a corporate term. I personally don't like it. You guys can say whatever you want. It's a free country. Epictetus, around 125 AD, wrote, it is impossible to begin to learn what one thinks one already knows. When you answer immediately, you're operating on assumption, and the pause lets you actually learn what's being asked. So that pause helps you understand what the context of the question actually is. So what is your boss trying to get you to do? And instead of committing to it, just take a beat and understand what they're really trying to ask you to do. If you get pushback, some bosses won't accept the fact that you pause, and they'll say, I need an answer now. First, know that now is usually not actually now. It's usually pressure, and you can kind of test this pressure. You can say a phrase like, I understand the urgency. Is 4 p.m. today soon enough? I want to give you an accurate answer. So you could test the urgency. You can watch what happens, and most of the time they'll say, yeah, sure, 4 p.m. is fine. The urgency was manufactured. If they truly need an answer immediately, you have two options. The first one, if you need an answer right now, I have to say no. If you can give me 2 hours to assess my bandwidth, I might be able to say yes with a realistic timeline. So what you're doing here is you made the immediate answer less appealing, and you made the delayed answer the more appealing one. You give them incentive to wait. The second option, the Marcus Aurelius approach, I can give you a provisional no right now, or a considered answer by this afternoon. In Meditations, he writes, you have power over your mind, not outside events, so choose your power move. Seneca in 65 AD, we are often more frightened than hurt. So the fear of saying I need more time is worse than actually saying it. And then most bosses will respect someone who takes decisions seriously. It's the instant yes men who get overloaded. Advanced moves, when you've mastered the basic pause, you can level up with these. These are advanced techniques. The redirect. Before I commit, let me confirm, is this a higher priority than the current project I'm working on? I want to make sure I'm focusing on what matters most. So now your boss has to think about priorities. You're not saying no, you're asking them to manage resources properly. Another method is the clarification. Just to be clear, you need X by Y date, and I should coordinate with you on Z date. Let me confirm I can deliver that quality and get back to you. The conditional yes. I can take this on if we push the Miller deadline by 3 days. Let me verify that's possible and get back to you. The team option. This sounds like it might need 2 people. Let me think about who else might be available and get back to you with a proposal. Aristotle talked about this, something called the golden mean, which is this is the virtue between 2 extremes. So instead of an instant yes or an instant no, you could give that deliberate pause, and then wisdom emanates from that middle ground. All right, tomorrow we're going to talk about email and how to redirect hostile emails without absorbing the toxicity. So practice this phrase, let me check and get back to you. If you say that out loud, it will work for you. Let me know,